Hey guys, welcome to Unacademy. In today's class, we shall know more about Vice President, Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. ಸೊ ಉಪರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಪತಿಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಮಂಡಲದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್. First thing, my name is Manoj Kumar. I'm a civil engineering graduate. I've cleared SSC CPO. I'm also a civil service aspirant. I've cleared ESI CUDC and LIC ADO. Going forward, there is an advanced practice batch for SBI PO, that is Probationary Officer 2021 exam. So this batch will start from 27th October 2021. Top educators of the country, you get education from top educators of the country, unlimited access to tests, weekly quiz and mock test, dedicated doubt clearing session, full syllabus coverage for SBI Clerk 2021. The syllabus will be conducted in Hindi and the course notes and the notes will be provided in English. You also get PDF study material, and there are October offers, bank offers running. So for 1 year, it is 4 months additional subscription you get, and the price is 6,500. For 2 years, you get 8 months additional subscription for a price of 7,800. Going forward, about bank exam subscription, for 24 months it is 7,800. For 12 months it is 6,500. For 6 months it is 5,400. You can use my referral code MJ10 and you will get a 10% off on your subscription. Going forward, what are the features of plus classes? You get live classes, you get weekly tests, you get structured courses and unlimited access. Also, you get personal guidance, that is one-to-one guidance from top exam experts. You get study planner, that is a customized study plan with bi-weekly reviews. You get study material, that is specialized notes and practice set. You also get expert guidelines, that is study booster workshop by exam experts. Also, you get test analysis. Going forward, there is a new feature for Plus subscribers, that is, those who have subscribed for Plus, only those subscribers will get this features. You have raise hand feature wherein you can talk to your favorite educator in live class and you can clear your doubts. And online is the future of education, and definitely online is much better than offline. Going forward, this feature is available in Android app only. This is a scholarship test for Unacademy Bank section, that is Unacademy Bank scholarship. The registrations are free, and the scholarship test is available in English and Kannada. You have to answer 36 questions in 50 minutes, and there is a detailed video solution for each question. You can win from a scholarship pool of 1 crore, and this is available every Sunday at 10 a.m. So if you haven't enrolled, do enroll right away, and rank 1 to 3 will get 1 year subscription, 4 to 10 will get 75% scholarship, 11 to 50 will get 50% scholarship, 51 to 500 will get 25% scholarship, 501 to 1000 will get 20% scholarship. Going forward, now first let us know more about the Vice President of India. So first thing, how is the Vice President elected? The Vice President is elected by an electoral college consisting of members of both the houses of the parliament in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote, and voting in such election is by secret ballot. So first thing that you need to remember is voting is by a secret ballot, and the system is proportional representation. This system we also use it for the election of president, proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. This system we use for president as well. I have explained this system in brief. You can check it out in the class on president. Okay, you can just check the video on president wherein I have explained this system, that is what exactly is this proportional representation. But do remember here that the difference between the electoral college of the president and vice president is, in the election of president, the elected members of the parliament and state legislative assemblies take part. The elected members of parliament and state legislative assemblies take part. However, in the election of president, we only see the members of parliament taking part in the election of vice president. Okay, however, the system of election or the procedure of election is the same, but there is a difference in the electoral college. And the electoral college to elect a person to the office of vice president consists of all the members of both houses of the parliament. What do you mean by all the members? All the members means elected plus nominated. Both of them, that is both category of members will take part in the election of vice president. And the next part is the vice president should not be a member of either house of the parliament or house of a legislature of any state. That is, the vice president, the present vice president is Venkaiah Naidu. He should not be a member of either house of the parliament. That is, he should not be a member of Lok Sabha or Raj Sabha or the legislature of any state. If a member of either house of the parliament, that is, remember Venkaiah Naidu, the present vice president of India, was a member of Lok Sabha. Okay, I don't Lok Sabha or Raj Sabha. He was a member of House of the Parliament. He was a member of Parliament. Okay, he was an MP. So once he becomes the vice president, once he becomes the vice president, then he is deemed to have vacated his seat in the house on the date he or she enters the office of vice president. So as soon as Venkaiah Naidu was elected as the vice president, he is deemed to have vacated his seat in the house. So that seat will fall vacant. So that is about introduction to vice president. Going forward, about Vice President of India, let us look at the qualification. The first thing, a person cannot be elected as Vice President unless she or he has completed 35 years of age, mandatory of to complete 35 years of age, or is qualified for election as member of Council of State. That is, you need to possess the qualification to be a member of Rajya Sabha. However, in the case of president, it was Lok Sabha. Okay, going forward, he should not hold any office of profit under the government of India or state government or any subordinate local authority. So, what exactly is office of profit? This has not been defined in our constitution. But being a minister in government of India or in the government of any state is not considered an office of profit. Therefore, ministers are eligible to contest in the election of vice president. Now let us look at the way in which the vice president is removed. The removal of the vice president is by a resolution of Rajya Sabha passed by an absolute majority, that is more than 50% of the total membership. So there are four types of majorities. So I will explain these four types in detail in my later classes. And it should be agreed by a simple majority in Lok Sabha. So first thing, absolute majority, that is 50% of total membership of house, 50% of total membership, and this should take place in Rajya Sabha. After that, it will come to Lok Sabha, wherein simple majority, that is just 50% present and voting and the vice president stands removed. This is according to Article 67 bar A. Next, what are the powers and functions of a vice president? The vice president functions are of twofold. First thing, he is the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. This has been asked too many times in examination. So whoever is the vice president, if he is the vice president, then he will be the chairman of Rajya Sabha, whoever it is. Okay, that is the first thing. In his capacity, his powers and functions are similar to those of Speaker of Lok Sabha. So, Chairman of Rajya Sabha is synonymous, I mean, is equivalent or is congruent to Speaker of Lok Sabha. Okay, and he acts as a president when vacancy occurs in the office of president. This is one important thing. So whenever the vacancy occurs in the office of president due to his resignation, removal, or death, or otherwise, so the vice president will act as the president, and he can act as a president only for a maximum period of 6 months, within which election should be conducted and the new president has to be elected. And this is the duty of Election Commission of India. Going forward, when the sitting president is unable to discharge his functions due to absence, illness, or any other cause, the vice president discharges his function until the president resumes his office. That is, the president says, "I am not well. I am sick for a few days. Please take care." Then the vice president will discharge the functions as a president until the president resumes his office. While acting as a president or discharging the functions of president, the vice president does not perform the duties of the office of chairman of Rajya Sabha. Sir, then if the chairman of Rajya Sabha is missing, who will take care of Rajya Sabha, sir? Then during this period, the duties of chairman of Rajya Sabha will be taken care of by deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha. Okay, clear cut picture. So let me recap. So the president, whenever the president is absent or whenever the president seat is vacant because of illness, because of removal, resignation, death, or otherwise if the president requests that please take care, then the vice president will be the acting president unless the president assumes office or a new president is elected, and this should happen within a maximum period of 6 months. Okay, and when the vice president is acting as the president, he is not eligible, he cannot perform duties of as the chairman of Rajya Sabha, during which the deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha will act as the chairman of Rajya Sabha. Going forward, if the offices of both the president and the vice president fall vacant by reason of death, resignation, removal, etc., Chief Justice of India or in his absence, the senior most judge of Supreme Court will act as president. So let us look at the list. So first thing, president. Oh, sorry, president. Okay, if the seat of president is vacant, then vice president vice president will act as president. Even if vice president is vacant, then chief justice of India will act as the president. Even if the post of chief justice of India is vacant, then the senior most judge of Supreme Court senior most judge of Supreme Court will act as president. Okay, because there are 33 judges in Supreme Court. If not one, there will be another one, senior one. So the options are plenty now. But we have stopped till this stage wherein the Chief Justice of India has been the president when the office of president and vice president was vacant. So for the first time during his 15-day visit of Dr. Rajendra Prasad to Soviet Union in 1960, the then Vice President Dr. Radhakrishnan, he was acting as the President. So Dr. Rajendra Prasad will head for a 15-day visit to Soviet Union in 1960. During this period, Dr. Radhakrishnan, that is the first Vice President of India, was acting as the President. And for the first time in 1969, when the President Dr. Zakir Hussain died, the Vice President VV Giri he will resign. That is when Chief Justice Muhammad Hidayatullah will act as a President. Okay, so this is an example wherein this is the only example I can give you wherein when the office of President was vacant, the Vice President also was vacant, then the Chief Justice of India was acting as the President. Going forward, now let us look at the Prime Minister. In a parliamentary system of government provided by the Constitution, President is the nominal executive authority and Prime Minister is the real executive authority. So the real power is the real executive authority is with the Prime Minister, and the President is just for namesake, that is the nominal executive authority. Okay, the president is the head of the state while prime minister is the head of the government. This question has been asked a lot of times. So president is head of state. Head of state is whom? It is president. Okay, and who is head of government? Head of government is prime minister. So government is headed by prime minister. The state wherein it includes legislature, executive, and all the local bodies, the president will head that. Okay, so we can say the actual authority or the real authority is with the prime minister. To the Prime Minister. Going forward, let's look at the appointment of Prime Minister. According to Article 75, it says that the Prime Minister shall be appointed by the President. So we all know that the Prime Minister is appointed by the President. Yes, and the President will appoint the leader of the majority party in Lok Sabha as Prime Minister. So this is a convention wherein the leader of majority party, he might be from any party, he might be from X, Y, Z, any party. If he is the leader of the party which has got majority, then the president will appoint him as a prime minister. But when no party has a clear majority in Lok Sabha, that is all X, Y, Z, all of them have got less than 50% of the total number of seats, then no party will have majority. Then the president may exercise his personal discretion in selection and appointment of the prime minister. For this, best example would be the case that happened in Karnataka, where the governor first made Yediyurappa as CM. So CM is congruent to PM and governor is congruent to president. So governor will make Yediyurappa as CM, after which Yediyurappa had to prove his majority. And in Karnataka, there are 224 seats, and the number of seats required to form a government was 113, that is 112 plus 1. No party got 130, BJP got 108, and Congress got 80, and JDS, that is a regional party, it got 40 seats. So these two, they had come up for a coalition. Even before that, the party, that is BJP, had got 108 seats, and it clearly had maximum number of seats. So the governor made Yediyurappa the CM and asked him to prove his majority, wherein Yediyurappa failed to prove his majority, after which the governor appointed Kumar Swamy, that is HD Kumar Swamy, the leader of the coalition, to be the chief minister, after which the new government was formed under Kumar Swamy. After this, there will be a defection by the coalition partners. After a few members of these two, that is Congress and JDS, will jump parties and they will join the BJP, after which the BJP government will get majority and form a new government. Again, Yediyurappa will become the chief minister. So this is a live example wherein to show you how the president or the governor will appoint prime minister or the governor in the center and the state respectively. Going forward, what is the term of Prime Minister? The term of Prime Minister is not fixed, and he will hold his office only during the pressure of President. So, as long as the Prime Minister enjoys the majority support in Lok Sabha, he cannot be dismissed by the President. So, what about Rajya Sabha? In Rajya Sabha, whether he has majority or not is immaterial. The Prime Minister should enjoy majority support. That is majority support. Matlab, if there are 500 members, 251 members should support the Prime Minister. That is when the Prime Minister will enjoy majority and he can continue in his office. However, if he loses the confidence of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha is immaterial here. If he loses the confidence of Lok Sabha, he must resign, or the president can dismiss him. Suppose he has 248 MPs supporting him, then it is a failure. He cannot be the Prime Minister because he does not enjoy the confidence of Lok Sabha. Going forward, what are the powers and functions of Prime Minister? The powers and functions of Prime Minister can be studied under the following heads. First is, he recommends persons who can be appointed as ministers by the President. So PM will be appointed by President. After the PM is appointed by the President, the Prime Minister will advise the President as to who should be made ministers. And he recommends dissolution of Lok Sabha. Suppose he wants to dissolve the Lok Sabha, he will recommend the president to dissolve the Lok Sabha at any time, after which fresh elections are to be held. And the Prime Minister is the chairman of Planning Commission. Planning Commission is no more. The Planning Commission got replaced by Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog. So the Prime Minister is the chairman of Niti Aayog, and also National Development Council, National Integration Council, Interstate Council, and National Water Resource Council. So the Prime Minister is the chairman of all these commissions. Going forward, now let us look at Central Council of Ministers. As the Constitution of India provides for a parliamentary system of government modeled on British pattern, that is, we have adopted the parliamentary form of government from the British Parliament. The Council of Ministers, headed by the Prime Minister, is the real executive authority in our political administrative system. So, Prime Minister is the real executive authority, and Article 74, it deals with the status of Council of Ministers, while Article 75 deals with appointment, tenure, responsibility, qualifications, oath, and salaries and allowances of the ministers. So Article 74, it deals with status of Council of Ministers, while Article 75, it deals with appointment, tenure, responsibility, qualification, oath, and salaries and allowances of ministers. Going forward, the total number of ministers, including Prime Minister, in the Council of Ministers should not exceed 15% the total strength of Lok Sabha, or 15% the total strength of House. That is, if there are 100 MPs, if 100 MPs in Lok Sabha, if there are 100 MPs in Lok Sabha, and that's the strength of Lok Sabha, not more than 15 ministers can be there, including PM. 15 ministers including PM. Not more than 15 ministers can be there, including prime ministers. So this was after the 91st Constitutional Amendment Act in the year 2003. Or else everybody was made a minister before that. Everybody would want to be ministers. They would seriously want to take it up. So there is a cap, that is a 15% cap. Going forward, the Council of Ministers shall collectively be responsible to the Lok Sabha. They are responsible only to the Lok Sabha, not to the Raj Sabha. The person who is not member of either house can also become a minister, but he cannot continue as a minister for more than 6 months unless he is accused of seat in either house of the parliament by election or nomination. So, what exactly is this? See, suppose I can become even I can become prime minister, I can become a chief minister, or I can become any minister of my choice. But the catch here is that after I become a minister, within 6 months of me becoming a minister, I should obtain I should become an MP or MLA whatsoever in that case. If it's a central government, it is MP. State government, it is MLA. So I can become MLA, I can become a minister, you can become a prime minister, you can become chief minister, but can you become an MP within 6 months? Okay, first is you can be MP in Lok Sabha, that is, you have to contest in any vacant seats, or you have to become a member in Raj Sabha. If you have to become member in Raj Sabha, either the president has to nominate you, or you should contest for Raj Sabha elections wherein MLAs should vote for you. Okay, so this is the catch here. So anybody can become a minister, chief minister, prime minister, but even without becoming an MP or an MLA. Okay, that is about this second part. This is dealt with by article 75 bar 5. Going forward, if we look at the central council of ministers, you can categorize them into three. The first one is cabinet ministers, next one is minister of state, and deputy ministers. So speaking of cabinet ministers, they had important ministries. Cabinet ministers, they had important ministries. Sir, which are the important ministries, sir? Home Ministry, Defense Ministry, Finance, External Affairs. All these are important ministries. Next type of ministries whom we call Minister of State. So the ministers of state can either be given independent charge. For example, Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports. This is what we call independent charge. You would have seen IC, Minister of State, MOS, independent charge. So that is there for all these chota mota ministries of ministers and departments, or can be attached to cabinet minister. For example, we have home minister. Who is the present home minister? It is Rajnath. It is Amit Shah. Amit Shah. Amit Shah is the home minister. Okay. Under this home minister, there is someone called Minister of State for Home Affairs. For Home Affairs. So Amit Shah is a cabinet minister. However, Minister of State for Home Affairs, for example, I guess it is Kishan Reddy. Kishan Reddy. Okay. Kishan Reddy is Minister of State. So Minister of State is not given independent charge. He is attached to Home Minister. That is a cabinet minister. So Minister of State, in Minister of State, so what is the conclusion? In Minister of State, there are of two types. One is where they are given independent charge, that is I will write it as IC. The other one is where they are attached to a cabinet minister. Okay, that is about Minister of State. Next one we have is deputy ministers. The deputy ministers are not given independent charge of ministries or departments and always assist cabinet or state minister or both. They are not members of the cabinet and do not attend the cabinet meetings. So deputy ministers, they do not have independent charge of ministries or departments. They are there only to assist the cabinet or state ministers or both, and they are not members of the cabinet and they do not attend the cabinet meeting. And minister may be taken from members of either house. That is, the ministers, they may be members of Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha, or minister who is member of one house has the right to speak and take part in the proceedings of the other house, but he cannot vote in the house of which he is not a member. For example, I am a member of Rajya Sabha, I will become a minister. I'll become a minister as a member of Rajya Sabha. After becoming a minister of Rajya Sabha, I will go to Lok Sabha. I will give a speech there. I will take part in the proceedings. Okay, I will give speech there or I will take part in the proceedings. But I cannot vote in Lok Sabha. I can only vote in Rajya Sabha. Why? Because I am a member of Rajya Sabha. I am not a member of Lok Sabha. I can go to Lok Sabha. I can give my speech there. I can take part in the proceedings, but I cannot vote. So that is about the difference between Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. And members of Rajya Sabha or members of Lok Sabha both are eligible to become ministers. Even we are eligible to become ministers. Prime Minister, Chief Minister, Home Minister, Defense Minister, any minister, we are capable of becoming ministers. But the only thing is, within 6 months, we have to be elected to Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha. Any either of the houses, we have to be elected. Okay, that is the tough part. Going forward, about Ask a Doubt by Unacademy, there is a new feature, Ask a Doubt feature on Unacademy. It is a new feature available to learners who have installed the latest version of Unacademy app on Android and iOS. So, how would you benefit from it? You need to raise a query or a doubt. You will get instant solution to lakhs of questions, high quality solutions in English and Hindi. If the question is unique, subscribed learners get a detailed video solutions available for bank exams. Going forward, what is this Ask a Doubt by an Academy? Ask a doubt. Go to Doubts and Solutions feature on your home screen. Click on Ask a Doubt and upload your doubt image. Crop the image and highlight the question and choose the subject that question falls under so that the respective educator will try to give you the solutions. Going forward, the next feature is report and when. This is an opportunity for all learners to report any inappropriate content in the video. So be the first one to report a particular issue to claim your prize. Report any inappropriate content using the form in the description. So I hope this class was very beneficial for you. So in this class we have done Vice President, Prime Minister, and Council of Ministers. So if I hope you enjoyed my class. If you enjoyed, please do like, share, and subscribe. So thank you so much. See you again.